The impact sports have on children. The intro. Being involved in sports from a young age to teenage years can greatly impact people's lives in a positive way. All sports have the ability to teach individuals important life skills at any level that can apply to real world situations. Sports can can teach communication, are great for physical health, as well as show children important life lessons like how to work for things in their life and things are not always fair and will not always boost self esteem. My first reason why sports are so important at an early age is the way they teach communication. Every single sport involves some form of communicating and interacting with others. The ability to sufficiently communicate with others is something that people need to be good at throughout their lives in everyday activities, relationships, etc. So, learning from a young age is very important. From my experience playing baseball from age 3 to at age 20 years old now, my communication skills are still improving but are very advanced. Being in sports puts you in a tough situation when you're under a lot of pressure when communication is necessary. In an article by Proactive Sports, the writer says kids' communication skills are put into words when you're playing sports. Working together in sports means expressing yourself in nonverbal cues for team plays and sharing winning ideas with your teammates in a convincing manner, and at the same time being a good listener. It is all about two-way communication, just like sports, being exposed to consistent responsiveness makes children develop excellent communication skills. The ability to sufficiently communicate with others is something that people need to be good at throughout their entire lives in everyday activities, relationships, etc. Moving on to another great way participating in sports is beneficial. I will be talking about the physical health benefits. You've always heard that kids need at least 60 minutes of activeness a day. Well, sports not only accomplish this but exceed this standard. Pediatrics say children's obesity is at an all-time high, which puts kids at increased risk for serious health conditions, including type 2 diabetes. Hours spent sitting on the couch or bed with social media and video games contribute to the problem. Sports get kids up and moving, which benefits their cardiovascular system, burns calories, raises metabolism, and improves strength and mobility. Plus, physically active teens tend to have more quality sleep, which is essential during the teenage years. So, to sum it up, sports are one of the best things for a child or teenager's well-being. They also add fun and entertainment to exercise, so it creates a healthy environment that young people will want to continue doing and will be consistent with. Topic 3. Now I want to talk about how sports teach young people important life lessons. People aren't born with the understanding of fairness or immediately know how to handle things not going their way or how to handle negative interactions. So, starting children in sports at a very young age is one of the best things parents can do to help their children to help teach their children that not everything is handed to them. Things won't always go the way that they want, and it will put them in scenarios where they have to deal with criticism and confrontations. Just like in the real world, in sports, you have to earn your place, just like you have to work your way up to different levels in your career. But even though you have to go to every practice, get extra training, and try your hardest in your sport, there will most likely be a point where someone else is a step ahead of you or gets what you've earned without putting in the work. The lack of fairness that sometimes is displayed in sports teachings young people that they might not always get what they want or get what they work for. Another tough life lesson sports teach children is that not everyone plays nice. In any sport, you can deal with a physical or verbal altercation as well as in the real world. So it's important for kids to be in sports to learn how to deal with this as well as learn how to control their emotions. Speaking of emotions, sports is a great way for young people's self esteem. Think about how you felt when you found your sport, the one you were best at and also had the most fun doing. Self esteem is defined by the worth of and competence that we attribute to ourselves. So, by doing sports, young people have a positive image of themselves. Just simply finding a sport that makes you confident in yourself and and that you can enjoy can boost your self-esteem. Continuing participating in a sport that you are good at will continue to improve a child's skill level, boosting their confidence. Along with that, positive feedback from coaches and support from other teammates can continue to build a child's self-esteem with every practice and every game. To wrap things up, to wrap things up, sports are an amazing tool in young people's development. Putting your child in sports will greatly help them in their future, helping them excel in life skills like communication, improving physical health, teaching them how to work for things, and boosting their self-esteem. And then I have three sources down on the last slide.